Hey, welcome back everybody to the Island Solo. I'm Mr. Hiccup, and today we have painted sails. So I spent some time crafting around the base here, crafted up some narcotics, crafted up a taming pin, some dyes obviously, got all of our saddles colored, got our armor colored up, looking good. So, I think what we're going to do today is I think we're going to take a ride down to the mosh pit. And we have a few things here. We have plenty of trank arrows, narcotics. We have our taming pen here built. I've went through a few levels here, crafting up a whole bunch of narcotics, building some stuff, smacking some rocks, stuff like that. And we're not quite at the point to where we can make an argent saddle. That requires us to be level 62. But I thought if we found a high level one, we might go ahead and tame that guy up, let him be gaining some levels. In the meantime, what I am looking for is maybe a couple saber-tooths, Doedicurus, and just working the mosh pit for a little while, see what we could get tamed up down there. If we can get us some saber-tooths, maybe a raptor pack, something like that, may open up for us to be able to go explore a little more. I was riding around on the raft earlier, and I come over here and I noticed that this is a pretty interesting area that I wanted to show y'all, because this is where I come early game to get biotoxin, because every time that I ride by here there are jellyfish out here in this water, just right offshore, and there they are. So as you can see, they're right here beside the raft. I generally just come, I shoot them from the raft, get them all killed, hop down there, harvest them up, hop back on the raft. Sometimes they're close enough to the shore that you can grab them from there. But once you harvest them up, if you leave the area, come back, let them re-render, there's always more jellyfish. There's some more up here. So like I said, in this little point right here, and our base was just right back there around that curve. We're headed towards the red obelisk in between the island and this little island out here, and the main land that the red obelisk is on. We're just going to head up this little river here, and there's jellyfish up in this little cove here everywhere. Let me just go ahead and pull that up on the map for you. So right here in this little spot, I've always seen jellyfish when I've come through here. The biotoxin is wonderful when it comes to tame stuff like that. The biotoxin is a lot more potent than the narcotics are. So on your bigger tames, it could save you from using up a lot of your narcotics. And as soon as you can make the crossbow, you can harvest them guys up, because if you end up in the water and there's one you didn't see, you can shoot them with the crossbow, get away from them and kill them. With the regular bow, you can't shoot it underwater. So that may be a thing before too long, gathering up some biotoxin. But for now, we have plenty of narcotics made up, and we have a mission. So I'm going to head on up to the mosh pit. I'll show you guys that location when we get there if you've never seen it before, don't know what the mosh pit is. And we'll see what we can get tamed up here today. Alright, I'll see you guys there. So I was just riding along here, and I was thinking about how long of a boat ride this is, and how nice it would be to have an RG that could carry weight and cut across a lot of this land. It's going to be amazing. But we'd also miss sights like this. Amazing waterfall. But we're pretty much here, guys. I'm gonna come right up here to this open point, and as we pull up here, there should be a big rock. I believe I see it in the distance there. And once we hit land up here, I'll show you a little bit more about the area. So right here where these rocks are on the right is usually where I like to come to. It's usually pretty calm in this area. But if we look at our map here, we can see that we're just on the west side of the map, right here at this point before we start into the snow biome. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see the color change in the map where it turns white, and we're just on that point right there before it. So if we go up here a little ways, you see this big rock right up here in front of us? That one right there. So everything north of that rock, from this point right over here, is the edge of the snow biome, and this is the mosh pit right here around this rock. And you can get a lot of very useful dinos here. So we're going to get our stuff to build our pen here. Gonna get this down. So usually I go a little bit away from my raft up here, close to this edge, just to where I can see the start of the creatures down there on the point. I see some Argies in the distance. That way we don't have too far to go. I'm gonna get up here on the flat. And that's going to be the base for our taming pen. Now sometimes if you hang out here too long, you'll have stuff start to wander over this way, but I think we're far enough away that we should be fine for now. Okay, let's see. Looks like that snapped into place. Get a door on here. A couple of ramps. Okay. And then when they turn that door to manual. Yeah, see, we already got a couple of Argents wanting to head over this way. That's okay. If they want to come be our buddy, that's fine. Nope, I don't need you there. Let's pick you back up. So since we can't build a saddle and we have first flyer, probably what we're going to do with the RG is just use it as our weight carrier for now. Okay, there you go. There we go. And that way we can start flying to get metal and crystal and some resources we're going to need to build some other stuff. Okay, now comes the tricky part. And I brought extras because this always wants to mess up. You need to get those right up there at the top. And sometimes I don't want to cooperate. Looking good so far. It's always this front that I have mess up on me. These last couple pieces right here. Okay, still looking good. Hey, perfect build. Check that out. Okay, so let's get over here. We're going to throw our extras back on to the raft. We're going to get first flyer and go see what we can find. Drop that weight off, drop that weight off. Let's see. We don't need that for now, or that, or that. We don't need those. I don't think we need a parachute right now. And we can drop that. Should have brought some more food. I didn't realize I was that low. But I think we'll manage. Okay, first flyer. Let's go see what we can find. We have a RG right here. 28. You're no good. So let's get over here. I like to come sit on the rock, look around, see what I can see. We got a couple RGs over there in the distance. 12, 32, 80. 80 is not a bad first. And then once again, I'm using the super spyglass. 80 Raptor. Okay. What level are you? Can we see? Well, they killed that RG. 56, 8, 72. That was Sabertooth. Well, alright. I'm just going to be hanging out here for a little bit. You're a cool looking RG, but you're a level 12. Just kind of checking everything out. Oh, Procoptodon. Level 8. Okay. I'm just going to be checking everything out, kind of let some of this stuff take care of itself, see what respawns here, and just be working the mosh pit for a little while. But we'll be back shortly. So, mosh pit proving to be a little dangerous today. We lost first flyer. Pack of raptors knocked me off between the raptors and the Sabertooth, so I wasn't able to get him back. On the way back to run into the raft, ran into a T-Rex, level 56. So, let's just go harvest this guy up real quick. Our equipment's on the raft. So, they've managed to break most of my armor. Yeah. Let's just take this. We'll take these and drop everything else. And that's a lot of hide. So, let's see what we have over here. Okay, so we still have, well, I can't fix the Chinton boots, but we have these as a spare. So, we'll need fiber to repair that, so let's repair that. Those and those. Get some of our armor back on here. And we're back in business. We'll just leave this stuff here in case we need a spare. And I think we're going to change tactics a little bit since we don't have first flyer. We're just going to ride the raft over here. I managed to kill off several of the RGs. I've killed 2 or 3 of the raptors, several saber-tooths. So we just about decimated this area. So let's see what all we have here. Everything's spawning back in real nicely. Let's see if we can single some of this stuff out here. It did show there was an alpha over here. That's what ended up killing our... That's just a mess of a bunch of stuff. Let's see if that Ankleo can... Nope, he couldn't take it. So, let's just pick a fight. Sounds like we already got one out here. Whoa, he is in the raft. Okay, that's different. Alright. So that will happen, unfortunately. So, let's just go ahead and spawn back in the bed down here. So, I think it's time to build a better taming raft. Let's see. We could take Swampy up there and wipe a bunch of stuff out. But I think we'll be better off building another raft. Better taming raft. Something we could shoot off the top of. We're going to have to eventually tame us another pterodon too. I really thought First Flyer could take them. As soon as I got knocked off, I was able to whistle attack target, and he took care of a couple of them. But I had one running me down, so I had to abandon him and go back to the raft. And then by the time that I was able to take care of the raptor that was chasing me and get back over there, the alpha raptor had killed him. And we still didn't see the alpha raptor over there then, so the alpha raptors I'm not concerned with, the saber-tooths I'm not concerned with, but the regular raptors, since they can knock me off of my mount, they're going to be a problem. And so we're just going to make another raft here. Let's see, what all do we need for that? We need wood, fiber, and hide. So let's get some fiber, wood, and we need hide. Get us another raft made up. Okay, so I'm just going to be grinding away at this for a little while. Get us another raft built up. One that's better for taming. And I'll see you guys in a bit. So I thought since we was building another bigger, better raft, I would show you guys the way that I like to build a raft. So we're going to take a wooden pillar. They're pretty inexpensive to make. We're going to line it up right over the hole on the front of the raft. Right there. Okay. We're going to take another pillar and we're going to try to align it. Well, it should have a snap point halfway. Doesn't seem to be working. Okay. I think I know what the problem is. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so let's try this again. I was using S plus pillars, which I don't normally do. So we're just going to see if it makes a difference here. Yes. So each one of these steps should be just slightly lower. So then I'll come back and I'll pick this one up. And it should be slightly lower than the last. And then I'll come back and I'll pick this up. And it should be just slightly lower. So now when I pick this one up, because I've placed each pillar down 2 times, and there should be a snap point in front of it. We're going to replace that first pillar because we want our snap point to be there. And see how it's level with the raft? So now we have sunken our foundations, and each foundations will snap to the next. So now all of our foundations will be that level. Now for the front of the raft out here, obviously you can't snap a foundation where there's nothing at. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a thatch roof. And for some reason, when we place down a thatch roof, it gives us a snap point under it. So we can extend our raft out to the front. And we're just going to repeat the process. And again. Okay. Don't have any more foundations, so that's a problem. But yes, what I plan on doing is I'm going to come around here with another roll of foundations. I'm going to come back one on this side, come back one on this side, so I can still have access to my raft back here. We're going to push our taming pan a little further forward, and that way we still got room on the back of the raft. Once we get something in the taming pan, if we want to, we can drive out in the middle of the water. Nothing else can attack us. We're out there by ourselves and can do some taming or whatever we need to do. So I'm going to finish getting this crafted up and we'll be back. Okay, so we finally got that built. This is going to be our new taming fighting pen. Have a little area up here where we can land pterodon or an argent or whatever we're flying with at the time. We have a big open area, so we can drop stuff in from the top, we can lure stuff in from the gate. This is not meant for RGs, this is going to be meant for everything else that's on the beach down there. Also, I kind of blocked in the back here so things wouldn't be able to get to us as easily. We do have an open spot in the back where we can drive it, but that also gives us easy access to get on the raft to get out of danger. So if we just drop right down here, we have storage. We have a fireplace so we can cook meat as we go and hill up on the raft. But overall, I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's going to be bad at all. It's going to be a little hard to drive because it's so tall in the front. A lot of times I do build this off the back, but since we was already started off the front because I was wanting to show everybody how to build this, it's here, so we're going to use it. I'm going to take it up to the mosh pit. I'm primarily going to use it there. I have a different type of taming raft I want to build for the Redwood River later, but this is going to work great for now. So we're going to get back up to the, well, I kicked off my own raft. We're going to get back up to the mosh pit up here, and we're going to see if our stuff is still there. I've been down here for a while crafting all this up, getting everything put together, so it may have despawned by now, but anyways, I'm going to leave this raft up there for taming, and then we can bring the other raft back. I'm going to turn it into more of a uh, little base like area and close it in. Maybe put a bed or something like that on there, and a way that we can recraft our tools and stuff like that as we need to. That way, if something like this happens again, then we have a place to go and we can craft up some stuff or got some stuff waiting on us that we can go and get our stuff back. Because unfortunately, this happens. You're going to die every now and then. You're going to have to respawn. Those jellyfish are still in this bay. We're going to have to go after those eventually. Get that done. But yeah, it's part of it. This is not the only time it's going to happen, I'm sure. So we're going to get back up here, see if we can get our stuff back. I think that's a green drop. I don't think that's our stuff. Our stuff's way up there. So yeah, here we go again on a long ride. We'll see you up there. Alright, so we're approaching the mosh pit here once again. And no green beacon has appeared yet. But also our raft hasn't rendered in. So hopefully our stuff will still be up here. Our raft should be right there. It should be rendering in at any time. There's our pin. Come on, green beacon. Because the reason it's so important is because I left base and I did not bring a single weapon with me. And there's our raft and no green beacon. So not looking very good right now. And it looks like we still have a raptor. In our taming pen. So yeah. Let's see if I can get this. Okay, well, sure. Let's see if we can maybe push that guy off of our other raft. Nope. We're going to kind of circle around here, and I'm going to try to isolate this front corner. That did not work at all. Okay. And now you're stuck in both rafts. I would really like to drive this raft. Alright, let's spin this one around. We got more raptors trying to get in here at us. And they pounced on us. And apparently our raft has lagged out. And I'm not really sure where it's going. Let's see if we can go catch it. Yeah, it's just taken off on its own. I don't know how that happened. This is not something you see all the time. If that raft keeps going the way it's going to run into a lead sickness, and we might lose everything on it. You know, when you're having one of those days in art, you're having one of those days in art. It happens. Keep waiting on this raptor to pounce out of the pen on top of me, and then I'm going to have 2 runaway rafts. So, okay, well, that raft's probably not going to stop till it hits a barrier. So I'm thinking, well, that should be happening here shortly. Hopefully it doesn't cross the barrier and keep going. Alright, I hit the barrier, but it still looks like it's going. We might be able to cut it off.
What letter are you close to so I can try to get up there too?
So hopefully the barrier is going to stop it. I have never seen anything like this happen before in this game. This is crazy. So when we get down here to the very corner of the map, it should stop. I'm really surprised this raptor hasn't tried to pounce on us yet. This is hilarious. I mean, absolutely hilarious. This is not something you see happen every day. Alright guys, well I'm going to try to catch up with this raft and we'll see you in a bit. Okay, well that didn't take long and I've brought you back because guess what's decided to come after my raft? Isn't that awesome? I think I'm going to cut this over here towards the shore. We're going to have to try to lose this guy. Luckily he hasn't hit my raft yet. But we're going to have to try to lose this guy before we get to our other raft because all we're going to do is we're going to take him over to our other raft and he's just going to sink both of them. So hopefully we can outrun this guy. Get over here close to the land, lose aggro on him, and then we'll go catch our runaway raft. He's in a really good spot to hit us right now. Yep, there it went. Okay, buddy. Can you get us here? I don't think you can. So he's not losing aggro very easily. We're going to go on the other side of these rocks over here, cut it through this way. And while we're at it, we're going to see if perhaps we can lose this raptor along the way. Okay, looks like we managed to lose him in the rocks. So that should pretty well eliminate both threats. But now our raft, I think our raptor has completely lagged out. Seems to be a good day for that. So anyways, yeah, we lost aggro on the lead sickness. He didn't do a whole lot of damage to our raft. We do have the stone foundations sunk down below the raft. I think that prevented him from doing even more damage. So now I'm just going to follow the coastline down here so I don't draw any more attention from lead sickness, and we're going to go down to the very corner of the map and see if we can get our other raft back. And I will see you guys there. Alright, so we've hit about as much of the land as we can possibly get to. So now we just want to aim right down here to this corner. See if we can find our raft out here. Hopefully we have no more lead sickness encounters. And I'm not seeing it. I wonder if it completely lagged out. If it did, that kind of stinks. That was a lot of time and effort I just put into that raft, and it may be gone. I keep seeing things pop up in the distance. I keep hoping that that is the raft, but no luck yet. So have you ever wondered what the most southwestern part of the map looks like? Well, we are about to find out. I have been down here before taming mosas and killing alpha mosas, and there's been some tusos down here before. Underwater is a pretty cool place. But above water, it's a whole lot of nothing. We should be hitting a barrier here pretty soon. Okay, which barrier have we hit? I think we've hit the most southern barrier, so let's go this way. Alright, let's turn that down. Get out of this barrier. And it shouldn't be too long. We'll run into the other barrier as well. And there it is. And no raft. Oh. Okay. Well, I think for today, that's going to be about enough. We'll head back to the base, regroup, come up with a different plan. I think we may try a different area. I think it might be a little early yet for the mosh pit. We do have a good fighting mount, so I think I may take him to one of the more southern areas. Let's see. I do believe at about 80-55 we'll find some arches as well. We need to scout the beaches around that area anyways to see if we can find us a second flyer and maybe go from there. We had a really good plan, but as you see, even the best plans sometimes do not pan out. So I'm real anxious to get this thing started, because I know we're not quite there yet, but I'm really really anxious for Argy and Thalacat. The Thalakotio is my favorite mount in the game. May have been a little too anxious, pushing it a little too soon, because it's level 62 before we can even unlock the Argent saddle. So we're gonna go back, we're gonna regroup, we're gonna come up with a different plan, and we may explore the eastern part of the island. It's not. I typically don't spend a whole lot of time over there, and I've been kind of wanting to check it out anyways. There's some awesome spots over there, awesome building spots, different stuff like that, which I have a final building spot in mind. Um, our general area. So, yeah, I want to work towards that. But we can hit it from the western, well, we can hit it from the middle of the map or the eastern part of the map, either one. So we may start working our way up that way, getting some tames and getting some stuff going on, and get up there to build a base. I definitely need to get a Doedicurus tamed. Will make building much easier. I've been gathering all my materials with the Ankleo, and that just takes forever to try to gather all that stone with the Ankleo. I have a Doedicurus saddle made, so now we just need to go find one. And that's not going to be too hard to do. But I think that's going to be about it for today, guys. Running home with our tail tucked between our legs. But we'll be back. We're gonna conquer the island. That we are going to do. So it's just a matter of time. But I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that like button. Share the video. If nothing else, be comical. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.